Hey man, this is Hulvey, and you watching the Rapzilla pin game. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Check the pin game, check the pin game. Got your favorite rappers going insane. Then we run the gauntlet like the end game. So what you waiting for? Check the pin game.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Justin Sarachik, editor-in-chief of Rapzilla.com, and we are here with another episode of Pen Game 101, and I'm here with my panelists, Elijah Matos, Richard Cutright, and Freddie Hicks. Shout out to Luke DiMarzio, who's here in spirit. We miss you, Luke, but we got Freddie, so we good. So anyway, we have Hulvey coming on later, and we are doing his Keep Breathing initiative, which as of right now is only 2 singles, but I have a hunch that Hulvey is going to tell us a little bit more about this. So Pen Game 101, obviously we got the pen. What is the pen? We're going to break down and we're going to review the tracks. Then we got the actual game. The artist is going to join us, Hulvey, and he's going to play the game with us. And then 101, he's going to take us to school. We're going to ask him some questions. He's going to tell us some things about his project, his songs, and everything that's going on. So right now, let's kick it off with the pen. And Eli, start us off with the pen. What are your first thoughts on his track, The Other Side?
Yeah, man. So Other Side, I think the lyric there, the bar that stuck with me the most had to have just been this visual of I seen the other side of the mountain. For me personally, it brought me back to sort of the closing of Exodus, where Moses is standing before the promised land right before he passes. He's not able to enter, but God grants him the ability to just look at the promised land, look at what Israel was working towards for the past 40 years. So I think Hulvey's he's bringing some of that into it, where it's like, man, he's climbed this mountain already there. And not just him, but people in general, we're all experiencing a certain level of challenges, but we've already made it to the peak and we've seen the other side. So I think it's all about just realizing how God is bringing us through even the most challenging circumstances and trusting in his sovereignty to lead us and let us see the glory of what's to come.
Word. So I agree wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? I think this mug was spicy. Like the hook is super sick and like catchy. Like if coronavirus was a sound, it would be this song. And you know, the beat was tough. He kind of sounded like the postman though in the first part of the hook. Like I had to check the mailbox. Was like, "Hello, Mr. Postman, how you doing?" I mean, but that's probably due to the raspy nature of his tone there. What's so crazy is the second verse when he started talking about Ahmaud Arbery's murder and how it affected and weighed on him. And he kept going and touching on systematic racism in the prison system. I got respect for this man 100-fold. He dropping bars, encouraging people, speaking on justice, all while commanding a wave like he Aquaman over there. He just kept swimming with the wave, you know what I'm saying, in there, bro. I respect that 100%.
Probably be the greatest description of his track that he will ever hear.
No, honestly, like the part that stuck with me the most is just the keep climbing, because like literally that's so important for people because, you know, you hear about artists talk about their struggles and stuff and you hear them say that they have issues and they'll touch on it and go. But what Hulvey did was he actually encouraged the listener. He said, yo, keep climbing, like just keep going. And that's big for me because in this whole season of quarantine and stuff, there's been some moments where I'm just like, yo, God, is this where you need me to be at right now? And he'll confirm it. But, you know, whenever you hear like an artist listen to tell you, you know, I understand, keep going. Like I see, like Eli just said, like I see the other side of the mountain, like keep climbing. That's I feel like a lot of people need to hear that and understand that these artists aren't just big people who just don't, you know, experience life. They go through struggles also.
Yo, that was almost like the little engine that could of Christian hip hop, bro. Like right, the keep climbing, a chugga, keep climbing. That was it, bro.
So Cuts compared this man to Aquaman, little engine that could, and with the just keep swimming thing, he's also Dory. So Hulvey, you're a multifaceted dude already. Sure. Heaven Up Above is a really interesting one just because between the visuals, the sound, the tone Hulvey's singing in, all of it is just so overwhelmingly happy. You know, that's so strange in 2020 where it's like everyone's all sad and everyone's worried about coronavirus and protests and all these things that are very big social issues. And it's not that Hulvey's ignoring those because he says, I know the pain's here, but the love is too. And I think Hulvey with Heaven Up Above between the visuals and just the song itself knows how to strike sort of this perfect center point where it's like, man, we can acknowledge everything that's going on, but not just totally dismiss the fact that God is in control through all of it. And there's still love and there's still things to be happy about, you know?
Exactly, sir. There's a lot of things to be happy about. Especially this track is one thing to be happy about. I really, really dug this joint. It gave me like early Be Wreath vibes. I could also hear like a drop of Drizzy in there somewhere. It was like just a dash. It was like this, and it was like just a dash of Drizzy in there. You know what I'm saying? But the hook was phenomenal. I feel like usually a record where the sample just keeps on repeating itself, like this beat did, would be annoying. But the lo-fi feel combined with the almost velvety, smooth white chocolateness of Hulvey's voice, added to the instrumentation of the beat, made it super replayable. And I actually listened to it like 4 times in a row before I actually noticed that I was still listening to it. And then I listened to it one more time just because.
Even in the happy song. So I was on his Instagram live. Like he previewed this on Instagram live, and I heard this. Remember, I texted y'all. I said, "Whole new Hulvey song coming soon." But literally, I played it. And that sample joint was nice. I'm like, I'm not gonna sing, but y'all know what it sounds like. And he's talking about having peace outside and how people are mourning because he understands that we're going like this. Like life right now isn't peachy. Like nothing right now is the way that it's supposed to be, at least in our perspective. But of course, God is in control. But in that same perspective, he's calling and he's crying out for heaven to open down, open the windows of heaven, pour down your blessings, overflow. That's what he just kind of, flipped that song, said, heaven up above, show me all your love. I couldn't find a way until you made it. And, in this time, a lot of people are trying to figure out, which way what are they supposed to be doing? What are they supposed to be doing with their life? Because it feels like their life is worthless. And we have to ultimately trust in God to make that way. And that's what Hulvey is talking about in this song.
Here's an exclusive track for y'all. Only we've heard it. It's called Reasons, and it's featuring Lecrae, and it doesn't come out till 2021, but we got it, and we're going to tell you about it.
But for all you old reach heads who want them to start preaching on tracks, I think this is a pretty good modernization of that concept. I think this one represents really good openness and vulnerability from both of these guys. Hulvey opens up about his grandfather's death when he was younger and just being concerned about whether or not he's going to heaven. I think that's just such an honest concern, particularly from a young person. Lecrae's got stuff about shootouts and having people he knows locked up, and all that placed in contrast the image of him being forced to his knees and just praying to God in lament, but also in praise. So I think there's a sense of openness and affirmation of who God is in the track, even amid all the chaos. So, I think it also works perfectly in like the post-restoration era, right? Where Lecrae has brought together all the things that he's been over the past 20-something year, or not 20, but over a decade of music. I think it works really well, and it combines everything we've heard from him on Restoration and brings it into Reasons.
I really like this honesty approach that Hulvey has with his music. Like these bars here, he said, I spent late nights, I was scared to die. I ain't want to see the grave. I was playing games with my heartbeat instead of slowing down just to pray. Like those bars have spoken for many of us at one time, including yours truly. You know what I'm saying? And then he comes to himself like the prodigal in the pig pen. Run around the same circles don't make you feel brand new. Or laying out the revelation that most of us came to before surrendering our lives to Christ. Then the super triple Cray Cray came through and shared some of the issues going on within his family. Cousins being locked up, his father having a Rona, and a bunch of other stuff. I felt like this song, like all the others, had an underlying theme of hope. However, this song was more intentional, in my opinion, just due to the nature of the hook, the melody, and the structure of the beat. I think it most definitely continues to further showcase this young brother's versatility as an artist, and I look forward to hearing like what else he got for us.
It kind of, not going to say dark, but it dealt with the hard things that we go through in life. Like if you hear a song, you mention a dude like, hey yo, this song gonna go. You hear my dad had corona. Like, wait, what? Like, hey yo, my friends got shot. And I relate to that because around this time last year, I lost a friend to, gun violence. And around Christmas time, I lost a friend to gun violence. And to hear people talk about that in their music, and the hook was beautiful, by the way. The hook was beautiful. The singing, just the keep breathing part. And I wonder if that's going to be a big one whenever like the album drops, prayerfully. Because that one, that's huge. Just to hear them talk about the bad things of 2020 and dwell in that, because there's a time to cry, there's a time to be happy, and they let us know that this is a time to cry and it's okay to mourn.
So that was the pen. We broke down the pen game of Hulvey. We broke down the words. There wasn't much content this time for songs, but we are confident that Hulvey is going to give us tons of good stuff. So here is the transition to Hulvey fade. Of course, our special guest of the day, Mr. Hulvey of Reach Records, who is working on his Keep Breathing initiative. You've probably seen his music video for Other Side and Heaven Up Above, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about the project and the things that he's working on. And of course, we're going to play some games too. And that's it. That's Pen Game 101. So let's dive into this now and kick it off with the game.
It's time, yo. Let me tell you, it's time for a game called Build-A-Bar. All right, since you's a rapper, want to see if you know what I'm saying, if you got that upper echelon pen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw you some words, and you got to come up with some rhymes from the words that we give you. But ain't no so regular words. Ain't gonna be like B, N, C, P. We got some words for you.
Let's go.
All right. So the first word is Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur, definition, please.
Bulbasaur, the Pokemon with the vines on them.
Oh, Bulbasaur?
Bulbasaur, my guy.
Oh. Okay. Bulbasaur. Oh, all right, bet. All right. Okay. In this faith life, I'm like Harry Potter meets Voldemort. I met Christ, now I'm chopping down the Bulbasaur. Set me up. There we go. Keep on coming.
Okay. Publix.
Publix? Let's see, man. Oh, yeah. So I'm a skinny kid in the gym. I had to muscle it. The young kid in the meat shop like Publix. I told my brothers when I'm back in the track meet when I run this. Dang, that one's bad. Run that back. Give me another one.
All right. Colgate, the toothpaste.
Ooh, all right. I know the science behind Christ like phosphate. You clean my heart and my teeth like Colgate. I'm not a spitter right now, man. Dang. Hold up. I need a beat.
All right, your heart beating right now because you on Pen Game 101.
Keep going.
All right, Damascus. That's the last one, Damascus.
They're like, hey, man, where the check at? Let's have this. But the government keep trying to Damascus. I'm like, hey.
Hope we keep dropping these classics. Give them the egg from out of the baskets. Get him, Bo. Oh, good job, though. Good job. You probably had one of the cleanest flows, you know what I mean, out here with the freestyle. That Bulbasaur Baltimore, boy. I was like, okay, so
I felt good.
Yeah,
The Publix one was so familiar. I was like, I don't even know what to say. It's too familiar. Because I was like, dang, I actually worked there, man. They threw that in on purpose.
Exactly.
I was like, what even rhymes with that? Like,
it's a Publix. It's a
Double
Doublix.
X, double XL.
Yeah,
Doublix.
Right. Publix with a couple Hicks. You know what I mean?
Well, Freddie Hicks. We got Freddie Hicks in the chat.
Oh, that's right.
Publix with Freddie Hicks.
That's it, right?
Oh, that would be hard.
Let's hit that second game right now. We got the trivia game. We're gonna put 1 minute on the clock, and that clock is me. So I usually cheat, but anyway, so you have to run through these questions real quick. So Freddie, you ready?
Yes, sir. Ready, Freddie.
Right.
Wow, I can't believe I just said that. But all right, so we got some trivia games. So it's all old Reach Records. Make sure you know your stuff. All right. So what label was Lecrae signed to before he started Reach?
Cross Movement.
Okay, cool. Only one of these CHH veterans were signed to Reach. Which one is it? The Truth, J-Sun, Show Baraka, or Propaganda?
Show Baraka.
Okay, cool. What was the first album by the 116 called?
It was 116 Click, the compilation album, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Recite Romans 1:16.
For I am unashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, for it is hold up. It is the power.
Yeah.
For it is the power of God in me. Is that it?
It rhymes with Dalmatian.
Oh, it's the power of God and salvation? I forgot. I don't know the whole verse.
Dude, here, I'll finish it. Power of God unto salvation To everyone that believeth, to the Jew first and also to the Greek.
Oh, that's